It's been 45 days since the last Underdog upload. Where the heck have I been and what have I been doing? Well, the short version is that my life was turned upside down for a few months. Well, some of you have seen the community post that I did around about that time. In that post, I said that there were some family health issues ongoing. And the reality is that my father has been quite sick for a while and it got very bad at that point, and he passed away in mid-January. As you might know, I work with my brother and sister editing my videos, so that's me, my brother, and my sister, where we were doing our best to take care of our dad together. And as you can imagine, there's just not a lot of brain space for electronic music videos in that kind of a situation. It's a weird video to make. And on top of all that family stuff, I had decided to move apartment at the same time, and my studio's in the apartment, so that meant I have to deconstruct my entire studio, construct an entire studio, and then deal with all of those health issues in between. Complete and utter chaos, as you can imagine. It's been weeks and weeks, and we are here. We are in the new studio. It's a little bit smaller and a little bit more rock and roll than the previous studio, but that's all cool with me. Since this video is just about having a chat, let me actually set up the other angle so you can have a look. We're discovering this angle together. Okay, kind of cute. I should have a more direct white light from that side. Ta-da! That's the other angle. This studio is a little bit smaller than the previous one. But what it has are these two enormous windows allowing me to have some daylight and some vitamin D. My previous studio, bless its soul, I did some wonderful things there, but outside of its window was just a brick wall and I would never get any vitamin D. So hopefully in this new place I can see the sun a little bit and get a little bit healthier. As you can see, I've really stripped down the setup. No big wall of synthesizers or anything. Just my laptop, my three-way speakers, and everything that I need to do a lot of modular research and live set preparation for techno. My previous studio was also the first time that I had set up a studio, and I didn't really know what I needed out of it. I didn't really know what I wanted out of it. And so I think a philosophy for now is to have less elements, but have them within hand's reach, so I don't even have to move across the room to use anything. I've ordered a better desk. It's on its way. And because I've had to downsize, I was speaking with my friends at Beat Surfing, and you know, the plugin manufacturer. I did a video on them a while ago. They make this plugin called Random Metal, which is an excellent plugin. And anyway, they're super nice people and super chill. And they have some space in their HQ where I can make a secondary studio. In that secondary studio, in my vision, there's going to be an island in the middle of the room, a big table, where people can arrive, place all their hardware jamming, musical composition material, do little sprints of collaboration with me and with each other, and basically serve as a kind of a musical composition research playground. Maybe a bit inspired by what Storlab is doing in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands. A bit inspired by what Storlab is doing in the Netherlands. in Holland. In the Netherlands. The project is still in its very early phases, but if you're someone who likes to do a lot of modular jamming, a lot of hardware, setting up sequencers, groove boxes and synthesizers and stuff, and making techno, send me a message on Instagram at OscarUnderdog, and maybe we can set up a few days of collaboration and exchange. That could be fun. I want all of that techno research to also turn into a live set, so in a few weeks I've got my first gig where I can test drive this system out in public. That's going to be really fun, and hopefully that gets the ball rolling a bit on performing a bit with this live set setup. Again, to stay up to date on that, follow me on Instagram. I'll be sort of posting the stuff there. Let's try another angle and see what it feels like. Hell yeah. The light from the window is so intense. Like, see how sharp that line is? Oh, this is cute. Modular, speaker, plants, daylight. I like this. Another thing that I've been wanting to do a bit more with Underdog is teach in real life again. I think that my videos were at their best and the most useful when they were directly responding to questions from beginners. I think those were the best moments for me and my channel and my vibe, because I was 100% sure that the videos that I was making actually connected with someone's real need. But since I paused all the group classes, etc., I've been kind of going down my own, music production rabbit hole. And so the problems that are front of mind for me are quite abstract and quite subtle. And it's very hard for every week to have some kind of a big breakthrough that's worth sharing on the YouTube channel if you only pay attention to your personal music production journey, if that makes sense. So the conclusion for me is that I want to start teaching in groups again. I am currently in some conversations with some venues in Brussels. And once I figure that out, I'm going to start teaching the beginners classes again. The equivalent of like what the Foundations Level 1 course is. I used to call that the bootcamp program. I think I'm going to start that again when I have time. If you are around Brussels and you want to join that, join the Underdog mailing list and stay up to date for when those courses launch. Until then, every Thursday I've got some coaching slots available, so also check the Calendly link below. While it lasts, if you want some one-on-one time with me, it's very fun to talk about your project and connect about your art. What else do I want to share? What else to say? What else do I want to share? This light is insane, yo. Oh, look at this. I guess I want to just reflect on the fact that, Underdog has been going now for 4 years. At least the YouTube channel has been going for 4 years. In August, it'll be 5 years, which is insane. And all the time I've been doing like weekly videos, a very strict schedule. And only the last month has been sort of the time when I've fallen off. But at the end of 2024, I felt like a few very big blessings kind of came in. One of the blessings was this kind of new level of interaction with some of the Belgian people who are doing interesting things in the music space. That video called Belgians Have Solved Techno, it did first of all very well, which was interesting because I don't usually do hardware videos. Like a lot of people seem to appreciate it, and it allowed me to really get to know a little bit better the people working around Belgium in the sector. So that's a real blessing. I hope I can deepen those friendships going forward. And the second thing just came out of nowhere is this choreographer called Lucas De Biasi. I hope I'm not butchering your name. Who just out of nowhere did, well, for me it was out of nowhere because they didn't consult me first, but they did a dance choreography with an entire group of dancers to the 10 Rules of Techno. In 2023, I think, I did this really trippy video where it's like a techno song that explains itself while it's playing, so the techno song says that you can do this, and then while I say that, it does this, you know what I mean? And I did really trippy visuals for it, and it's kind of wild. But Lucas De Biasi with a group of dancers did this incredible choreography to it, and it just elevated it so much for me. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, the year is done. Like 2024 is a success. That's a year's worth of success in one video. Like it's amazing. So if you haven't seen the 10 Rules of Techno or you haven't seen the 10 Rules of Techno live performance, watch them in either order. It doesn't matter. It's just so freaking cool. And I'm just so grateful to see that insane little thing that I made in like my little bedroom studio has actually gone out and meant something to people, So that's a real joy, and it motivates me to get into making more art, making more music, making more techno, and start putting one foot in front of the other, if you know what I mean. It's probably been about 6 weeks that I even looked at the YouTube comments, so I'm going to do that soon, but thank you all. And thanks so much to everyone who's like leaving positive feedback under all the videos. Like I really appreciate it. It makes the whole project more joyful. So now hopefully you can start looking forward again to weekly videos from Underdog. As usual, it's going to be music production themed from an electronic music point of view, often being techno, sometimes being house, sometimes being pop music. Just trying to spread the love and maybe infect some of you with the motivation to engage with the art and bring some of yourself into the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for another video. Take care. Yeah, first video of the era done. Lesson 5 is to add a 909. That's a classic drum machine. Working up a sweat now. We're working up a sweat now.